All right, we will bring you some breaking news very shortly, and we're looking at the weather now, and this is widespread. We're not only looking at Joburg, where we saw widespread flooding last week. As promised, we're joined by Tokelo Chiloane, forecaster at the South African Weather Service. Thank you for being with us. So firstly, let's start with what happened today and what is expected tonight, because the warnings are already taking effect, as it were, and we're talking about an orange level 5. What does that mean?
Good evening to you and to your viewers. Yes, we are expecting some 80% chances of showers and thundershowers this evening and tomorrow. Indeed, we did issue a level 5 alert for severe thunderstorms, which has a possibility of heavy downpours leading to localized flooding. That's what it means. And orange level 5, it means that there is a higher chance that a significant impact can occur, and people need to take note of that.
All right, so could we see a serious situation? I mean, we're looking at visuals of what happened in various parts last week, potentially dangerous flooding. We know people along rivers severely affected. So we could have, I mean, already waterlogged area getting much worse.
Can you repeat that?
Could we see waterlogged areas getting much worse? Could it be as bad as what we saw last week, for example, in various parts of the country, and what we saw over the weekend in Kwazulu Natal?
There is a potential that it might get bad depending on the amount of rainfall that will occur. But currently, the ground is already saturated. Any amount of rainfall that can occur can cause some effect over a certain area, especially looking at Kwazulu Natal, how vulnerable it has been since it's been raining consistently from the beginning of the summer season. So definitely there is still a high chance that we can still get some severe impact over most parts of Kwazulu Natal. And we also saying that in Gauteng, we have such similar flooding or cases happening this coming week. What we actually experiencing is because of a system we call the cut-off low, and definitely going to cause some more rainfall this coming week.
All right, Ms. Chiloane, please stay with us. Just to bring you some breaking news that you saw on your screen, the ATM is going to the Constitutional Court. And of course, this follows President Cyril Ramaphosa saying that he would take the expert panel report on the Phala Phala saga to the Constitutional Court on review, meaning he disagrees with that report that was very scathing of his conduct. The ATM initiating a process whereby the panel would look at the situation, see if there's a case to answer for, and then it could go further with a majority vote in Parliament. There could be a broader hearing. So the ATM initiated that process, and now it says it will go to the Constitutional Court as well. And remember, that report will be voted on in Parliament tomorrow, and we'll bring you all the action. All right, so we're talking about the weather. Let's return to that. Ms. Chiloane, the hotspots are Gauteng, parts of the Free State, and the Western Cape, but it sounds like rain is expected across various other parts as well. Just give us a national picture.
Okay, looking at the rainfall starting from tonight over the central part of the country, including Gauteng, Free State, essentially, and the high areas of the Kwazulu Natal, we are expecting an 80% of showers and thundershowers. Also over the Western Cape area tonight, we are still also expecting that 80% chance of showers and thundershowers. And all these areas are accompanied by level 5 in orange alert for severe thunderstorms, the possibility of heavy downpours leading to flooding. So that's what we're expecting tonight. Tomorrow, as the system progresses, majority of the rainfall will only be over the eastern part of the country and the central part of the country. That's why we're expecting a 60% to 80% chance of showers and thundershowers. And it will be like that for the coming from Tuesday, maybe up until Friday. That's high chance scattered showers and thundershowers is expected. Yeah. Over the weekend, that's when we start seeing this rainfall starting to subside a bit, going to a minimum of 30% chance of showers and thundershowers. Every day there will be an alert issued by the Gauteng Weather Service to alert the people of South Africa of the dangers in their areas so they can take note and probably save their lives.
All right, it's not a great line, but it sounds like we're in for more wild weather, certainly for a few days to come. And Kwazulu Natal, localized flooding there, it's already been through the worst. Experts have been saying that this isn't necessarily climate change. There's La Nina at play, and we do have the seasonal rains, and sometimes it just happens to be intense. It's interesting because we've had parts of South Africa deluged, and other parts have been very dry for a very long time. I mean, what now for Ravaged, say, that had been facing day zero? Is this at least helping those dry parts of the country?
I'm not at liberty to answer that because my concentration is for the coming 7 days. But knowing that we are under La Nina, as you've already mentioned, and I think if you can get our seasonal forecaster, they can explain to you further on how this La Nina is affecting different parts of the country. So what I'm actually looking at now is of the coming 7 days, which is the very severe alert that we are expecting because of it's an everyday thing that is happening. So people need to be aware of what's currently happening. The seasonal forecasting, there are people who expect, as you said, who can assist you with that.
No problem, and we respect that. So just looking at the coming days, and orange level 5, meaning severe thunderstorms. Gauteng affected, localized flooding in Kwazulu Natal, parts of the Free State affected, and the Western Cape as well. Thank you very much. That was Tokelo Chiloane from the South African Weather Service.